The list of the people traveling to Netherlands has been published by Unplayable. I have to say, they've been clutch with content this week, and we're going to go through the names of the players that are on that list. And not all of them, because if I do, then this video will be an hour. But we'll go through the names that I was surprised to see there. And we're also going to talk about some things that obviously relate to the signings. For example, Igotaro and other names that are on that list. So let's start with the fact that Monyane is obviously on that list. It seems like, as we have been talking about, the people who are on the list or who have been signed by Kaizer Chiefs, most of them are free agents. Now, let me correct myself. All of them are free agents. Now, some people will say this is good business, but guys, did you just watch Sundowns with me? Ngisho mina le game that we just watched Sundowns when they competed against Borussia Dortmund like they are playing against a peer. I'm like, how are these guys this good? Sundowns, yabona, you can be jealous and all of that stuff and hate them because you know you have a right. They're an opponent and you're thinking, no, they are killing football. But not a suspend nhlobo. Yabo mangathi Chiefs yapaquza khokhu 10 million here, 10 million there, you know, and spend up to their limit. But bona, it seems like they don't want to spend anything at all, ever. And that is a concern to me because I'm thinking the league, you can forget about the league. If you watch Sundowns play the way that they play, and you think that anyone will be challenging them in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it's gonna be very difficult. What we just witnessed, we witnessed something else. It was crazy. But anyways, we'll move on. Marco is also on that list, another free agent. I'm happy to see that Aiden McCarthy is now hanging out with the big boys. Towards the end of the season, he was there. And the big news, or the news that I talked about last week, was Zita Kunika has extended his contract with Kaizer Chiefs. And apparently this comes because he had a decent end to his season. And I did say that because of how he performed towards the end of the season, he should be given an extension. But I do feel as though there should also be safeguards to prevent players performing when they want to get contracts and then dipping after they get what they want, because now we might see the worst Zita Kunik we've ever seen, and then 3 months before his contract expires, he becomes a prime Van Dijk all of a sudden. So I don't like those things. By the way, please do make sure to subscribe to the channel. Velepa is also on the list because yesterday we reported and we talked about, I don't report, let's correct that. We talked about reports that were saying that Velepa's deal to Kaizer Chiefs was very close. Seemingly, it's not even close now. It's been completed because how can he be on the list of players traveling if he is not signed by Chiefs? The person I didn't say on the list though is Mihlali Mabuza, which means Chiefs have not signed him. They're still assessing him. Because remember, today it's the 21st of June. And for you to get a visa, I don't know about Netherlands, but whenever I've traveled outside of the country, it takes a day. In some embassies, it depends on how busy they are. In some, it can take 1 to 3 days. So literally the range 1 to 3 days. Some of them you can go today and go back at 12. Like at 8 in the morning, go back at 12 before they close, and then your visa is ready. So getting a visa is not going to be a big of a deal, even if we make other signings this coming week. So there's that. And then next up, there is also Utebogo Potsane. I've made my feelings known about this. I don't know what he's going to be doing in Netherlands because he gets injured a lot. We've said this and we've said it way too many times. And Matlo is there. What's funny about Matlo is the fact that they have not given him a contract. There are no talks of him getting a new contract. So to me, it feels like his God is really listening and is trying to, the club is now saying, go try and play with the boys. If you impress the coaches, perhaps they'll keep you. I don't know what's the dynamic there, because for me, it seemed like they were departing. They were parting ways with him. But boom, all of a sudden, he's traveling with them to Netherlands. Next is Tulan Mabaso. We talked about Tulan Mabaso, the left back. And then there is Ozemena as well. Ozemena, we know Mangoba Ozemena, the attacking midfielder, and there's also Kabelo Khosa and Uhlongwane. And obviously, the main name, the one that has been making waves, is this one, Igodaro, which is there. By the way, when I was talking about Velepa and Angula, then the boys from the MTC Ohlongwane, no Kabelo la. So, yeah, one thing that I want to say that still concerns me, even with this list, is can anyone who knows, because me, I don't know, can anyone tell me what were Kaizer Chiefs doing from January, not January, from September, when they realized that there were gaps in the squad? Because in that squad there's Tashrick Morris, right? Of course it's there. Of course it's gonna be there. In that squad, Morris is there. Castillo is not there because clearly he's getting released, which makes me think that indeed Chiefs is going to get because Sega Igodaro is not clear yet. So if he's still registered as a foreigner, that means we have 2 spaces for foreigners, which is good because that means we might bring in 2 foreigners. But what were Chiefs doing? If they are still making deals or trying to finalize deals, it's not illegal to sign a player in May and announce them in June. It's not illegal to sign a player in January. I'm not talking about pre-contracts. I'm talking about actually signing someone and negotiating with the team while the season is still going. And then maybe if they say, come back at the end of the season, we'll talk about this. But now, for me and my football club, it seems to me as though this team always waits until the season ends. Like, I'm looking at a team. Let me just give you an example. A team like Liverpool, a team that is very strong. They lost Trent and they signed Frimpong immediately. Like, in fact, it wasn't immediately Uguti, oh, we lost Trent, let's find a replacement. They foresaw Uguti, okay, Trent is leaving. So they were like, okay, we're going to sign someone. And before Trent was even revealed as a Real Madrid player, Frimpong was announced as a Liverpool player, right? He was going to Madrid, but Madrid hadn't even announced that he's gone. Liverpool had already found a replacement. You get me? This is a team that's already winning, and their movement is showing that they want to continue winning. We are not winning, but we don't show that we want to start winning. If we want to have any hope of catching up with Sundowns, we need to be way better than how we're playing right now, because you guys are going to want Chiefs to compete with Sundowns, but Chiefs don't even seem to be wanting to pay like 10% of what Sundowns is paying, because we can't compete financially with Sundowns, but let's at least try, right? We can't spend 50 million. I'm not saying Chiefs should go out, spend about 50, 100 million. No. But if a player is 9 million, why are we hesitating to sign a player? Like, we're hearing rumors about Ama fees, Ukutabo Faisal Salum, this is how much they would cost. But still, there are no reports confirming that those deals have happened, which makes you go, why? It's confusing. But you can tell my comments, what do you think about the traveling squad? Down on the comment section below. Down on the comment section below. If you have not subscribed, do make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelumoy.